Hi, I'm Christy. Today I want to talk to you about finding social opportunities for your loved one. So, looking for social opportunities is as varied as there are individuals. Namely, the options are generally only limited by your imagination. Okay, so what's actually offered in your area will have a huge impact on what you choose to participate in. But when you initially start thinking about what you want to participate in, or in this case, what you want your loved one to participate in, the options are virtually limitless. I think the first thing to consider is how much time do you want your loved one involved in activities? Will this time commitment be one single activity or a bunch of different activities? Now, this is one other area that will vary dramatically from family to family. Some families like to be going all the time. Others need lots of downtime at home. For us, we tend to be homebodies, and we need a fair amount of downtime. So we don't have AJ involved in more than one, maybe two activities at a time. And lots of times, there's no specific activities that he participates in on a regular basis. Now, once you start looking at the actual type of activity, the questions have only begun. Do you want your loved one to participate in something specifically designed for individuals with special needs? Or do you want them in more of a more mainstreamed or typical activity? If it's a typical activity, are they able to participate independently, or will they need assistance or accommodations? What kinds of activities are they interested in? Have they asked to participate in a specific activity? Is that activity available in your area? How will they get to and from the activity? Now, I realize most of these questions are the same for any individual or family, regardless of special needs. And as usual, special needs makes things a bit more complicated, but the overall questions and issues remains the same. Now that you have an idea of what type of activity you're interested in for your loved one, it's time to think about the actual activity itself. This week, I want to look at a few specific types of activities. Next week, we'll look specifically at sports, so I won't mention that one here. Now, a few ideas came to mind when I started thinking about where an individual with special needs could get involved. The first thought was dance. Now, I'm fairly certain your area has some kind of dance class available. Many areas are likely to have something that will specifically cater to individuals with special needs. I know we have at least one such group in our area that was created specifically for individuals with special needs. And while I haven't looked at it in detail, I'm sure there are numerous dance schools across our valley that would include individuals with special needs. The next option would be theater, acting, or singing. Now, I have to admit, this is one area I have absolutely no experience in. It's not something that anyone in our family has shown any interest in, so I've never looked into it. Now, that said, I know friends who have their loved one in a theater group specifically for individuals with special needs in our area. Now, depending on the level your loved one functions at, this might be the perfect opportunity for them. Or maybe they would thrive in a mainstream group where they can shine there. Once again, I suspect that many areas will have at least one theater group. Larger areas are likely to have more options, including one or more that focuses on individuals with special needs. Another area is social groups. Now, this is a fairly broad category and could include numerous subcategories. The first thought that I had was of a friend who runs social groups specifically for individuals with autism and other special needs to help them learn how to respond and function appropriately in social settings. Now, if your loved one struggles socially, this might be a great option for you. Other options include various clubs, organizations, or other groups that focus on specific activities. A hiking group, horseback riding, camping, you get the idea. This type of activity or group is really only limited by your imagination. If you or your loved one has an interest, it's likely to fit somewhere in this broad category. The final area I want to look at this week are religious activities. Now, this one can get a bit touchy for some people. It's not an area that everyone will want to participate in, and that's fine. For others, though, their faith, in whatever form it takes, is a big part of their life. The kind of religious activities available will vary from religion to religion and area to area, as well as the size of your area. Now, I'm thinking specifically of classes or small groups or other opportunities to grow individually in your faith, as well as participate in options to put your faith into action through service. Now, faith is a big part of our family. So I'm always happy when I can find a way for AJ to participate in activities that revolve around our faith. Sometimes this is areas to serve. Other times it's opportunities for him to learn at his level so that his faith can grow individually. In a few weeks, we'll look specifically at ways to find organizations that will be a good fit for your loved one. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, you can sign up for my email list over on the website. That's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This post originally posted in February of 2020. So my question for you this week is this: what activities is your loved one involved in? How do you decide what kinds of activities your loved one should participate in? I'd love to hear how you decide. You can leave me a comment below, or you can leave me a comment over on the blog. Once again, that's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. As always, I'd appreciate it if you'd share this with anyone you think would find it helpful. I'd love to help as many families as I can. As I mentioned before, sign-up lists are available over on the website. Signing up lets you know about all newly released content and new products as soon as they're available. I'm looking for ways to help AJ continue to grow and thrive so that I can continue to say that life is good and there is never a dull moment.